Thanks so much for joining in, guys. How's my hair look? Does it look okay? Anyways, I just got back from the one where I do the work for someone else, and they pay me. Anyways, I wanted to talk about waiting tables. I did a previous video before about sales, and we talked about being like a princess or being a princess in whatever your line of work is, whatever your service, whatever your product is, being a princess. So once again, this is another sales video. I should probably start lining them up so they're at the same time every single week, and that would help you guys out. But I made a list here, and this is going to be a very short video. I'm going to talk about why I believe waiting tables contributes to my own success in my business. And it's three very quick points. So the first point that I have written down here is the networking, okay? Hey JD, I appreciate you joining in, man. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have input or questions. So networking, when you have a table come in, your waiting tables, in this day and age we call it serving. So you're serving your tables, you have your section, you have somebody sit down. I just had some folks sit in my section last night, and there was one from Germany, Spain, Canada, Washington State, Texas, and South Carolina. And I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. So talk about being able to reach a large audience, or at least a diversified audience. That is a phenomenal opportunity. And that brings me to my second point under networking. So not only are you meeting people face to face, but the second thing under networking is you've got people from all different walks of life. So people with different experience, people in different lines of work, and that's going to provide additional opportunity for you. When I waited tables down in Texas, I used to hand a business card out to every single one of my customers, and it had fun stuff on there like my website, my YouTube channel, the Wi-Fi password for the restaurant, but it also got my name and face out there and helped me network even more. So the first point is networking. That's why I believe waiting tables has helped me in my own business. And the second point I have is interpersonal communication skills. Some of us may or may not struggle here and there when it comes to people. One of my strengths is face-to-face interaction, and that's because I'm a people person. If I'm ever like this, sitting at home alone, I want to get out, I want to go somewhere, I want to meet new people, and waiting tables has allowed me to get out there, get in front of other people, and meet new people. So when it comes to interpersonal communication skills, you can never pass up face-to-face, okay? It's going to give you exposure to all different kinds of people. So when waiting tables in a restaurant, I deal with adults, I deal with children, I deal with old people, young people, people from all different walks of life. I'll give you another example. Yesterday, I had a table with a young guy and his two parents. And his two parents were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. You don't come across that on a regular basis, especially if you're someone who works, say, in a cubicle, in an office, or, say you've launched your business full time. I honestly believe that serving tables has allowed me that opportunity to see those different kinds of people and learn how to communicate with different kinds of people as well. So the face-to-face interaction with the adults, the children, and these people are all my customers. So while I'm waiting those tables, while I'm serving those folks, they're my customers, and it gives me customer service experience, and that's something that I can learn to parallel when it comes to me being an entrepreneur and launching my own business and my own brand. So just really quick, the first point was networking. The second point is interpersonal communication skills. We'll just shorten it to communication. And the third point is serve to serve. So the number one thing, and I learn this every single day, I start back over. I go into work, and when I say work, I go to that place where someone else has hired me to do a job. And I serve tables. We call each other servers. We serve tables. We serve the folks who sit at those tables. At the end of the visit, and I like to think about myself as a customer in this restaurant, the number one thing I would be worried about as a customer is what my experience was like. Did I get what I came here for? Am I happy? How was the atmosphere? How was the service? At the end, they're the person who pays your check. In the state of North Carolina, minimum server pay is $2.13 an hour. That restaurant doesn't pay me any money, okay? That all goes to taxes. I rarely see a paycheck. The money I make comes directly from my customers. So, the most important person as a server is that customer. That has allowed me to increase my customer service and realize that it doesn't matter how I feel about the situation. It really doesn't matter how the customer feels about the situation. I'm learning over and over again every single day how to simply just serve to provide that excellent service. And I gotta be honest with you, it does provide a really good feeling at the end of the day. It's an excellent learning opportunity for me. And the example I'm going to use for this one is I waited on a table a couple of days ago. It was I say young ladies out of habit. It was two ladies. One was probably about middle age, and I come to find out at the end of the dining experience, the other one was her mother. And it was kind of hard to tell. The younger one looked a little distraught. But at the end, I gave her the check, and she wrote something on a napkin. And it caught me off guard because I was like, that's weird. Normally, some people don't write notes on napkins when they pay their check. So I went to respond to it, and then I saw the very top line. I hesitated, and I walked off. I took it to the register to cash her out, and I read it. And it said something along the lines of, I'm sorry for the tears. My mother, the other lady that was with her, has dementia. And sometimes it's hard to cope. And if you saw their ticket, she had 2 glasses of wine, they both had a salad, they both had an entree, and they both each got their own separate dessert. I work at a restaurant. It's the only one in the state of North Carolina. I'm not going to put the name out there because that's not what's important. But what I'm trying to communicate is their bill wasn't exactly on the low end, okay? And they not only paid for the bill without hesitation, but they took really good care of me when it came to the tip. And what I realized on that napkin is none of that money and barely any of that experience with the restaurant and the server mattered to her. The most important person at that table for that young lady was her mom and the situation that she was dealing with. And it didn't matter how much money was in her pocket, and it didn't matter that they got their food or how long it took or anything. She simply wanted to spend time with her mother while they were going through all this. And I made a comment to one of my coworkers. I was like, that is really amazing. Because if you think about it, I didn't know that at the beginning of their dining experience. And I do my absolute best to make sure that I treat each and every single customer like they're the ones that are going to tip me $100. Because then when I deal with that customer, I make sure I've provided them the same level of excellent service over and over again. And I did the exact same thing with them, and what I come to find out is it wasn't about me earning a tip in that situation. It was about me making things more comfortable for them so that they could enjoy each other. And that's what was really important to them. So I know I like to ramble on and on. I appreciate you guys for watching. And I hope that there's something here that you can take and apply to your sales tactics when it comes to your business. I encourage everybody, if you haven't ever waited tables a day in your life, most restaurants, hey Kathleen, I appreciate you joining in. You never know when kindness can truly mean the world to someone. This is absolutely 100% true, and I thank you for leaving that comment there. This is something I learn every single day over and over again. I want to encourage everyone, if you've never waited tables a day in your life, their serving jobs are easy to pick up. You apply. It might be a single interview. You get the job. At least in the state of North Carolina, there's very little paperwork and process to go through. And once you get in, you can close your availability, do it 1 day a week, or even if you only do it 1 day, just go experience it, see what it's like, see how you like it, get that exposure. And the 3 things we talked about here tonight with the networking, the communication skills, and serve to serve. These are 3 things that I believe 100% has helped me in my business and growing the Bearded Veteran and many more things I'm going to continue to learn from serving that I'll still be able to apply to my business in the future. I'm probably never going to move away from waiting tables completely, because the personal interaction is something I absolutely love and I don't necessarily get with my own company. And it just keeps teaching me new lessons over and over again. So never get too far away from something that teaches you a new lesson as often as that does. Please, if you have something to add to this, leave it in the comments section. This is just a short series I'd like to do on sales, because sales is something I absolutely love. I have quite a bit of experience with it, and I just want to make sure that you guys get a little bit of interaction out of me. So thanks so much for joining in. If you watch this and it's not live, then go ahead and hit that hashtag replay button. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. At least here on the East Coast in North Carolina, it is probably past my bedtime. So I appreciate you guys, and you all have a great night.